Guatecola has been shown to increase memory and cognition, to repair and reverse damage to brain cells, and to boost acetylcholine. Guatecola is often called the student herb in Bali because it sharpens the mind. Guatecola extract increases dendrite and axon growth in brain cells, and this helps with memory. Native to the wetlands of Asia, the ancient Ayurvedic medicinal system used Guatecola like a first aid kit. It was used to treat mental fatigue, anxiety, depression, memory loss, insomnia, fever, syphilis, hepatitis, epilepsy, diarrhea, and asthma. Guatecola even has links to longevity. The ancients believed that elephants who ate the Guatecola leaves lived longer than those who didn't. It turns out they are onto something, and this was only revealed by scientists in late 2019. In the US and Europe, Guatecola is typically sold for varicose veins, poor circulation in the legs, to treat psoriasis, and to help to heal minor skin wounds. Guatecola is rich in triterpene saponicides. A study in Japan showed that one of these triterpenoids, called asiatic acid, was able to stop the growth of cancer cells. And some of the most exciting new research on Guatecola shows that it can spur the growth in brain cells. Guatecola stimulates the growth of brain cells. It encourages dendrite branching, and this boosts brain plasticity and communication between the neurons. Guatecola protects the brain from toxins and oxidative stress. Studies show how it helps to protect against heavy metals and food additives which cause brain fog, mood swings, and migraines, and it reduces oxidative stress by reducing free radicals in the brain. Guatecola helps to prevent the breakdown of acetylcholine, enhancing mood, cognition, memory, and learning, and preventing degenerative brain diseases like Alzheimer's. Guatecola is one of the most important herbs in ancient tradition of Ayurvedic medicine. It's a low, ground-hugging vine, and it's found throughout wetlands of Southeast Asia. You'd recognize Guatecola by its bright green, kidney-shaped leaves growing from a reddish stem. In season, it blooms with small, whitish flowers. In Bali, Guatecola is called the student herb because it sharpens the mind. The Balinese also use it to combat senility. It's famous in Southeast Asia as a longevity herb. The ancients were convinced that when elephants ate the Guatecola, they lived longer than those who didn't. And we now know why these elephants live longer. A study published in October 2019 showed that the Guatecola extract provides an 8-fold increase in telomerase activity. Other recent research shows shortened telomeres impair the DNA repair, and this shortens lifespan. And studies report reduced telomere length in patients who are suffering from mental health disorders such as depression and anxiety. The leaves of Guatecola have been used for thousands of years to boost cognition, improve cerebral circulation, and overall brain function. As a nootropic, Guatecola has been shown to be particularly effective in elderly memory loss, slow thinking, and reasoning. One study has shown significant improvements in Alzheimer's patients. So Guatecola improves memory and it repairs neurons. Guatecola helps to increase the length and the branches of neuron dendrites, and it boosts axon growth. Dendrites are tree-like branches extending out of the neurons in the brain. They receive incoming signals from other neurons. These signals are transmitted from axons extending out of the neighboring neurons. Dendrites and axons can change over time and in response to environmental cues. Learning something new, for example, causes dendrites to lengthen. This natural signaling mechanism in your brain's neurons degrades over time, and several studies have shown how the Guatecola can reverse this damage. Scientists at the Oregon Health and Science University in Portland, Oregon, did their research with Sprague dolly rats. They put Centinella ethanoic extract, a compound in Guatecola, into the rats' drinking water. The study concluded that axons grew at a faster rate, and the researchers stated that Guatecola extract was useful for accelerating repair to damaged neurons. Another study shows that rats who were given Guatecola leaf extract had an increase of 105% in dendrite growth. A very recent study published in Northwestern University and published in Nature showed how dendrites are critical in memory formation. Guatecola has been revered for thousands of years for boosting memory. We know that Guatecola extract can increase the availability of acetylcholine in the brain. It does it by preventing acetylcholine from breaking down. This boost in memory may also benefit from Guatecola's ability to boost the growth of neurons, dendrites, and axons. In one randomized, placebo-controlled, double-blind study done in Thailand, researchers gave 28 people Guatecola extract for 2 months. Daily doses ranged from 250 to 500 to even 750 milligrams per day. Cognition in these subjects increased, and they experienced a boost in working memory. Over the course of your life, your brain will lose 5 to 10% of its weight. This starts in your early 20s. The Franingham Offspring Cohort Study included 1,352 adults who did not have dementia. 7 years after the start of the study, they used an MRI to measure the participants' brain size, and they gave them tests to gauge executive function, planning, and organizational skills. Your brain shrinks with age. Researchers found that people with high blood pressure, diabetes, who were overweight or smoked had faster brain shrinkage. They showed declines in the ability to make decisions, plan, organize, and remember details. Memory, cognition, learning, and recall declines. Neuronal cell death results in shrinking of grey matter. Neuroplasticity declines, degrading the long-term potentiation. Your brain will shrink regardless of lifestyle, but you can reduce the speed of this shrinkage by using Guatecola. Research from hundreds of studies has shown that Guatecola will improve memory and cognition, restore the availability of acetylcholine, improve cerebral blood flow, reduce stress, help to repair brain cells, eliminate free radicals from within the brain cells. Guatecola improves acetylcholine levels in the brain. It increases blood flow and it helps to reduce oxidative damage and toxins in the brain cells. As a result, you may feel a boost in mental activity. Many say that taking Guatecola is like energizing the brain, particularly during a period of high mental demand. Mental blocks or mental fatigue feel like they're swept away. Guatecola boosts the brain energy. Others report dreams seem to be more vivid and intense, and Guatecola seems to have an anxiolytic or anti-anxiety effect. Science once believed that the adult brain could not regrow new brain cells. We were born with all the brain cells we ever had. Once those cells were gone, they were gone. Not too long ago, a study was published in the Journal of Science. It detailed a discovery by scientists of the daily growth of new brain cells in the macaque monkey, and because of this study, we now know that your brain can grow new cells. The reality is, your brain will lose 5 to 10% of its weight. This shrinkage starts right around your 20th birthday. The good news is that you can prevent the shrinkage, and you can do it with Guatecola. Neurons connect to other neurons at a point called a synapse. Electrical pulses carry chemical messages across the gap. These chemical messengers are the neurotransmitters. Each neuron in your brain can form thousands of these links. Dendrites extend from each neuron to neighboring neurons to receive these messages. Your brain uses these neurons in a type of network, and as one neuron sends a signal to another, the synapse between them gets stronger. The more signals sent between these neurons, the stronger the connection grows. With each new experience, your brain slightly rewires this physical structure. This neuroplasticity determines how your brain is organized and how memories are formed. Guatecola extends these neuron dendrites and helps to improve the brain neuroplasticity. A study in animal models demonstrated neurite growth using a compound from Guatecola extract, and it clearly showed how the Guatecola works to boost the memory. Guatecola has been revered for thousands of years for its ability to enhance cognition, so researchers in Thailand worked with 28 people in a placebo-controlled double-blind trial to put some science behind this reputation. Each participant in the study received an extract of Guatecola at various doses ranging from 250 to 500 to even 750 milligrams once per day for 2 months. The study showed the higher dose of the Guatecola enhanced working memory and mood. Researchers in India set out to evaluate the nootropic value of Guatecola. 3-month-old Swiss albino mice were given doses of Guatecola extract for 15 and 30 days. The researchers found that Guatecola increases the acetylcholine activity and increased dendrites in the mice hippocampus. This shows that the Guatecola can promote higher brain function. Recommended doses of Guatecola standardized extract is 50 to 250 milligrams taken 2 to 3 times per day. Guatecola powder in capsules is recommended at 400 to 450 milligrams per day. Standardized extracts should contain 40% Asiaticoside, 29 to 30% Asiatic acid, and 29 to 30% medicacic acid. Most Guatecola supplements sold in the US are capsules of dried powder, and they're not a standardized extract. In human studies in people with venous insufficiency or poor blood circulation in the legs, 90 to 180 milligrams per day worked well. As a tincture of a 1 to 2 dilution in 30% alcohol, 30 to 60 drops, equivalent to 1.5 to 3 milliliters, 3 times a day was recommended. Side effects are rare with Guatecola, but they may include a skin allergy and a burning sensation if you're applying it onto your skin. Taken internally, side effects could include a headache, an upset stomach, nausea, dizziness, and drowsiness. Guatecola has been used in some studies that lasted for up to 1 year. Some authorities recommend not to use Guatecola for more than 6 weeks at a time due to its potential to harm the liver. Asiaticoside, a major part of the Guatecola, has been linked with tumour growth in mice. If you've got a history of precancerous or cancerous skin lesions, such as squamous cell, basal cell, or melanoma, you shouldn't use Guatecola. Some men have reported that Guatecola reduced the libido. Animal studies show that supplementing with Guatecola may reduce sperm count and reduce the level of testosterone, follicle-stimulating hormone, and luteinizing hormone. If you have liver disease or take medications that can affect the liver, you shouldn't take Guatecola. Again, you should check with your doctor if you take any prescription medication before taking Guatecola. Guatecola has a long history of safe use as both a herbal remedy and a food throughout most of Southeast Asia. In the West, Guatecola is mostly used for healing varicose veins and skin conditions, but it's overlooked as a nootropic. Guatecola can improve your mood and your memory, and protect your brain from free radicals and the toxins they're exposed to every day. Guatecola as a nootropic has the potential to keep you mentally sharp for life, and if the ancients were right, it may even help you live longer. You can even out the stress and the anxiety of your day by sipping on Guatecola tea or taking a supplement as a cognitive enhancer. If you're using Guatecola extract, the recommended dose is 500 milligrams per day, which is 2 250 milligram capsules. For more information about herbs, supplements, and natural treatments, check out my website.